Hey folks, it's Miles Seegers, and guys, I wanted to take a couple of minutes. Hopefully this is going to be short. I wanted to take a couple of minutes and I wanted to go over some things with you in reference to UFUN and UToken. Actually some updates, and actually I want to, for lack of better words, guys, I'm going to be going over just various things. They're all related, but they're just things that might come to mind. I was going to send you guys an email. However, as you hear me say all the time, I believe that video is just much more effective as far as getting your message across. And I'm going to start doing this a lot more, guys. I'm going to start communicating with you, with my list, with whoever, via video, because I love doing it, and I also think it's much more effective. And I also know that, because I've been told a lot of people just don't like to read. So I thought I'd just put together a short video for you. Now, guys, I want you to pay attention very closely to some of the things that I'm going to go over. Now, I've been talking to a number of people over the last couple of days about UFUN. Now, as you all know, well, everybody listening to the sound of my voice, I would say 90% of you should know what I'm getting ready to say. I hosted a hangout just the other night on Sunday night. It was a 3-hour hangout, and it was talking about the UFUN opportunity and UToken. I invited only a handful of people. Most of you watching this, you were invited. Now, obviously, this is going to get out there on cyberspace, so a lot of you watching this, you were not invited. However, as of right now, the people that I've sent this video to, you were invited. And maybe you decided not to come, or maybe you decided that the UFUN opportunity wasn't for you. That's fine. Whatever you decided to do, that's fine. This video is not to get you to change your mind and come in or nothing like that, because trust me, that's why I'm making this video. I am plenty, listen to me very carefully, I am plenty busy, and we've just begun, and the system we're going to be using, which is currently being built, is not even in place yet. So I'm plenty busy. What I love about this opportunity, this is not a marketing thing where I'm going out looking for people to make money, although the people I do attract is going to allow me to make a ton of money. The people that you attract is going to allow you to make a ton of money. That's just one part of the business. You don't have to attract anybody. If you just get involved in UFUN, as those of you know that I'm talking to, you can just get involved in the business model and just sit back and watch your money grow, which it will. So before I get off on a tangent, let me get to what I wanted to speak with you all about. Now, those of you that have decided to get involved with UFUN and join my team, I know there's been some issues with wire transfers going through. Now, what I will tell you folks, and you folks know me, the minute I know something, I'm going to relay it to you. Now, if I don't know something, and I don't know everything, folks, there's no way I can tell you. It's as simple as that. However, again, as I stated in the very beginning, I'm looking to build a core team. I'm looking to build a core team of 2 types of people. And some of those people are going to be, it's going to be combined. But I'm looking to build a core team of 2 types of people. I'm looking to build a core team, number 1, of entrepreneurs. And I'm looking to build a core team of marketers. Not necessarily internet marketers, but marketers, because what we're doing here with UFUN can be talked about online or offline. So having said that, let's stick with entrepreneurs. Folks, I'm not sitting here to lecture you. I'm sitting here to share some things with you that are on my mind. Number 1, as an entrepreneur, which I hope all of you aspire to be, even if you want to become an entrepreneur part-time, as an entrepreneur, folks, you really need to change your way of thinking. As a business person, as a business owner, you really need to start taking more responsibility. I'm going to say it as plainly as I can. You really need to start taking more responsibility and you know, seeking information. gathering information, learning as much as you can. Very, very important, guys. Here's what I'm getting at. I know there's been some, I don't want to call it confusion with the bank wire information as far as UFUN, as far as getting started purchasing UTokens. What happened is UFUN has switched to a different bank, and they've also changed their mode of payment. Now they are using euros. Now, what I just said, folks, there's no discrepancy there. There's no either or. There's no, oh, Miles, can I do this? Or, no. It's very, very simple. There's no, it's black and white. The bank information has changed. I have provided all of you with the new bank information. That's number one. Number two, the mode of currency, the mode of payment is euros. That's it. There is no, well, can I use this or can I use that? Or my bank won't. If your bank won't let you make a payment in euros, that's a banking issue. I would advise going to another bank. That has nothing to do with the UFUN side. All banks are different. If you look in the UFUN VIP Facebook group, which I'm going to be directing you to shortly, you can see for yourself, rather than asking me, you can see the number of people that have already processed payments using the new banking information and also using euros. So there's no issue there. Maybe your bank just doesn't do that. But what I want you folks to do, because I can tell you, and I only put this out to a handful of people, and my inbox is flooded right now with questions. And we're only talking about a handful of people. And I'm telling you folks, we're all adults here. You know, we're business people. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I cannot address all of your questions. It's impossible. I would be sitting here all day not doing anything. A lot of times I'll answer a question, and many of you, not pointing anybody out, you'll come back at me with another question. Folks, we cannot operate that way. I would say almost every question you have for me, and I know, I've checked. I've checked, guys. 9 out of the 10 questions you folks have for me, you can find the answer in the Facebook group. Either it's already there. Hey, maybe the answer was posted a couple days ago. Maybe the answer was posted a week ago. But that's your job, not my job. That's your job to sift through and find the answers. This is your business. You know, even if I was customer support, which I'm not, there is no place you can go to get immediate answers. And again, those of you that did get started, those of you that have signed up and have wired money, I sent you an email apologizing to you what had happened as far as the bank change. I wasn't aware of the bank change. Okay, even though I'm in the Facebook group looking, I wasn't aware of the bank change because I'm so busy doing stuff over here. That's got to stop, you know. And so now I am in that Facebook group. Well, I've been in there, but I'm in there much more now. I've looked through the files section. I'm looking for updated information because as of right now, and this is going to change, guys, as of right now, the UFUN website, login website, which you folks don't even have access to right now. Anyway, that website is not being updated with the current information. It's going to be, but as of right now, what we are all using as our source of updated information is the UFUN VIP Facebook group. That's what we're using. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to try to answer, maybe not even answer, because I think most of the questions have been answered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over some of the questions that I've gotten just to give you guys an example of what I have to deal with. Okay. And guys, I want to be very clear also, I'm not getting on your case. What I'm telling you is, folks, is whether it's this business or any other business, I want you folks to start, and maybe this doesn't apply to any of you. If it does apply to you, well, then listen to what I'm saying. I want you folks to start taking more responsibility, and I want you to start, looking for answers that maybe you've asked me that you could have found. That again, guys, you got to understand something. Many of you I think 99% of you are interested in building. You don't have to do that. You could just get involved in UFUN and just watch your UToken price. Right now it's 15 cents. Watch it go up to $1 and beyond, 20, 50, $50. Who knows how high it's going to go. You could just sit back and watch your money grow. Or, as many of you have told me, you're looking to build a team. And as you know, there are 4 different bonus incentives within UFUN, and you can profit from members in your downline. I think all of you are looking to do that. So I'll tell you right now, as you're building your team, you are going to be faced with the same type of questions that I'm getting. And right now my team is small. Okay, I'm just starting to build my downline. So you got to get it in your head right now. How are you going to interact with your team? Or are you going to sit there all day answering questions from your team members where they could have gotten the answers themselves, either in the Facebook group, or by the time you're building a team, I'm sure the UFUN website will be updated constantly. Are you going to refer them to where the answers are? Are you going to tell them where they can get the answers, which is much more efficient? Or are you going to sit there answering their emails and questions all day when you have a business to run? I would advise you not to do that, because if you do that, your team building activities will stop, because there's only 24 hours in a day. How can you build your business if you're playing customer support all day? So what I'm going to do, guys, right now, I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to show you guys some things. Okay, desktop. Where's my desktop? Where's my desktop? Desktop. Start screen share. All right, folks, so I am in the process of sharing my screen. And let's see. I trust that it's being shared. I always get a little nervous about that, guys, but I trust that it's being shared. So right now, folks, here's what you need to do. Everyone who is watching this video, whether you've joined UFUN or not, whether you're not interested or not, well, I'll tell you right now. Well, let's do it this way. If you've gotten this email from me and you have no interest in UFUN, you believe we're not real, you believe that the people involved are not going to become millionaires, which we are, regardless of what you think. If you believe that to be true, just turn off this video right now, delete my email, or better yet, I would appreciate it. Now, I know a lot of you are not going to do this because I ask this all the time. I would appreciate it if you would send me a short email and say, Miles, I'm not interested. This way, I will take you off of my distribution list. I won't send you any further emails. I won't send you any further updates. So unless I hear from you, I have to assume there's a possibility, even though you're not getting involved right now, that you may at some point want to join UFUN. So it would just take you 2 seconds. Miles, I'm not interested. Boom. I built a little distribution list. I'll make sure that you are removed from that. Okay. So if you've already wired money, okay, you've already wired to UFUN, and as I told many of you, that bank change occurred like just a day or two ago. I wasn't aware of it. So there's a possibility that the bank may return your funds. I'm not saying they will. Hopefully you guys beat the time frame. You beat that timeline. So maybe your transaction went through. Again, there are many people I talked to, a few people, and I gave them the old banking details, and their transaction went through. So you may be good. But as I already stated, I alerted you by sending you an email that there's a possibility that the transaction may not go through, because now we're using euros and it's a different bank. So if your money gets returned to your account, you would need to use the new banking details that I sent you. Now, some of you who I missed because you weren't on my other distribution list because you didn't attend the hangout on Sunday, Some of you, I missed sending you that email, which I just sent like 5 o'clock this morning. You can see I don't sleep. I sent an updated email telling you about the change in the bank information, new banking details, and that they're using euros. Some of you didn't get it. So when I'm done shooting this video, I'm going to make sure that everybody that was on my distribution list and I had two distribution lists. I'll make sure that all of you get that updated bank information. Again, whether you're interested or not, because folks, I'm not going to sit here and try to figure out, okay, who was interested, who was not. There's one of me, there's many of you. If you get an email from me, don't panic. Don't get all upset that Miles sent me an email. Just shoot me an email back. Miles, I'm not interested. I'll make sure you're removed from my distribution list. Simple as that. So the reason why I brought you here, this UFUN, this is the UFUN, this is the official UFUN VIP group. You cannot find it on Facebook. It's a secret group. And you have to be added to this group. Now, most of you that have already created wires, and some of you that haven't created wires, I've given some of you access. I've added your names to this group. If for some reason I've missed you and you have not been added to this group, make sure that you can write this down. Here's the group, the Facebook group address. Take a minute, write that down, and make sure that you are added to that group. Now listen, folks, you don't have to be a member of UFUN. You do not have to be a member of UFUN. You don't have to have signed up to have access to the group. And you also can refer other people to this group. It's just that they'll need to be approved. And they are approving people pretty quickly as far as admission to the group. We want people in the group. So jot down that email. I know it's kind of long. And by the way, folks, the email that I'm going to send you as a follow-up, the email I'm going to send you will have this Facebook group address in there. So if your pen's not working or your pencil's broke or you have no paper, you're going to be getting this Facebook group address from me in an email anyway. But I thought I'd just show it to you right now. And again, most of you listening to me are already in the Facebook group. So here's the deal, guys. I expect you to do, all of you that want to work with me, I'll say it that way. Got to be careful what I say. All of you that want to work with me, I expect you to do what I do. It doesn't matter that I'm your upline, that I will be your quote team lead. It does not matter. I expect you to do exactly what I do. Why would I expect any less, guys? Why would I expect less from you? So what am I expecting? I expect you to go to this Facebook group, okay? And I expect you to look through here daily, at least once a day, preferably a couple times a day. And I want you to look at these posts. I want you to look at questions that are being asked. I want you to look at the answers. And many of you are just getting into this Facebook group right now. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, this Facebook group just didn't start today. So there are old posts from a couple of days back, maybe a couple of weeks back. I expect you to go and look through those old posts and get caught up. Get caught up at what's going on. Yeah, maybe you need to take an hour, sit down for an hour and go through here. Because if you go through here, a lot of the questions you're asking me will have already been answered. Now, if you have a question that maybe wasn't posted here by somebody else, you have a question in general, I expect you to go to this Facebook group and post that question to the group. And somebody in the group will answer it. If it's a burning question that it's like an emergency and you need an answer like right away, you can ask me. But there's no guarantee I'm going to have the answer. And as far as like technical questions and like that, you'll be able to find most of those answers right in this Facebook group. So again, I'm not going to preach to you about this. This is a Facebook group. This is your Facebook group. It's got a lot of good stuff in here. You need to go through here because a lot of the questions you guys are asking me, I may not have the answer. And I'll go to this Facebook group and find the answer. If I can do that, well, so can you. Now, as procedure, the first thing you want to do, again, I'm the type of business person where I like to know everything. If I'm involved in a business, I don't like to just know bits and pieces of it. I like to have as much information as I can. I expect you guys to do the same thing. When you get to this Facebook group, you're going to see UFUN VIP. This is the actual page. Now, you're going to see a members tab. You want to see who's in the group? Click on the members tab. You can see who's in this group besides you. You can see that as of right now, we have 2,500 members and growing. Click on the events. Okay, there's no events. Cool, got that covered. Click on the photos. Guys, I'm telling you stuff that many of you do. It's obvious. But folks, even though as obvious this is, there's a lot of folks that don't do this. So I don't know who's who. So I'm making sure that I show you what you should be doing and what I do, okay? Next, files. Files is an extremely important section. I'll say it again. Files is an extremely important section. So what you need to do is go to the files section and look through these files and look for updates. As you can see here, there's only been 4 files in here since the creation of the group. So it's not like this is being updated every day. But as you can see, on December 19th, there was a file. Preview. This was the file. This is December 19th. I wasn't even involved in December 19th. But still, I wanted to get caught up. I wanted to know what happened before I got here. That's how you should be thinking. So go and look at this file. Every single link you can find, click on it. Very, very simple. Click on every single link you can find, whether it's a YouTube video, what have you, and watch it, folks. It's that simple. Let me go back. Now, these are old files, but you need to get caught up. You need to get caught up. January 12th, proof, payment proofs. Now, some of this stuff may not be, it may not be necessary anymore is what I'm trying to say. Some of this stuff is old, but you still need to see what happened. They're just talking about payment proofs here, and as far as when you're bringing in new referrals. This may not apply to you right now until your account is set up. But guess what, folks? Someday your account's going to, very shortly, your account's going to be set up, and you're going to need to know how to handle bringing in referrals. So, you know, rather than asking me everything, you need to go through this stuff. It's very simple. Go through this stuff. Now, here's what occurred as far as the bank wire. When I joined UFUN, okay, before I joined, they updated the bank information on January 23rd. That's the old information that I was putting out just a few days ago. At that time, that was the new bank information, January 23rd. And that information I have been using up until last night. So if you click here, you can see the bank was in, hopefully you guys can see that. Hold on one second, guys. I thought that would come up bigger, but anyway, guys, the bank was in Indonesia. This was the payee, this was the bank, and we were using US dollars until last night. This information was correct up until last night. And when I say correct, it's not that it was wrong, it's that they've changed the banks now. This was updated on January 23rd. If a person never looked in here, never looked in the Facebook group, never looked in the file sections, they would not know that. Now, this information was just recently updated on February 7th, okay? This is the information I wasn't aware of. And again, the reason why I wasn't aware of it is because I had not been to that file section in a day or two. Big mistake, because things were happening so fast. And also, all of the stuff going on, I'm not blaming anybody, I'm just telling you guys, fielding all the questions that have been coming in, people asking me, hey Miles, I missed the hangout, can you send me that private video link? Whatever, all the stuff I've been doing, I wasn't aware of this. And there's many people that were not aware of this new change. So this change happened on the 7th. Now we're all aware of it, at least the people that I've talked to and the people that have been to the file section. So you click on that, preview. There's some information here from Ashez, who is one of the top team leaders in UFUN. So if something comes from Ashez, I can tell you it's correct. So click on preview. And as you can see, some of you I've given new bank information, the people that needed to get it. And as you can see, the information that I gave you, it's also here. So even if I didn't give you the new bank information, it's all here. The new bank is in Guinea, SWIFT code, bank address, the note that you need to give the bank, purchase goods. Now, the reason why Ashez has this here, this is an example. In other words, whoever your top team leader is, you're going to put in their username. So our top team leader is Jameson Palmer. He's at the very top. So his username will go right here. I've already done that for you. The information I've sent you, I think it says Maria 757. That is his username, so you don't need to change anything. What I'm telling you is the information I sent you, if you want to verify what I sent you is correct, just come here, guys, and verify it for yourself. The only thing that's going to be different is the username of the team leader. That's it. There's some more information down here. And that's it, guys. But to make it easy, I would use the PDF getting started instructions that I sent you. Okay? So, guys, there's a ton of stuff in this Facebook group, and you're just going to want to take your time and go through it. It's as simple as that, guys. Now, I also wanted to show you, so I think I beat that horse to death. You know how important this Facebook group is. You need to dig in here and start getting educated as far as what's going on. Now, somebody asked me about a SWIFT code. Let me bring up mine. See, where did I put it at, guys? Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. This is the information that I sent you folks, which is the same as that's in the Facebook group. I took it right from the Facebook group. And by the way, here's what I was pointing out. The only difference is going to be purchased goods is going to be Maria 757. Now, whatever's on here, this is what you need to give your bank. This note is here for a reason. Credit for favor UToken reserve limited account. I know normally we're not mentioning UToken or nothing like that. However, guys, like I said, there's been a change. So this bank obviously doesn't have a problem with the word UToken being used. What I'm telling you is this is the information you should include in your wire. It's as simple as that. There's no question what if or whatever. This is what the leadership of UFUN is telling us to do, and it's in euros. Okay, so somebody asked me about the SWIFT code earlier. A question like that, I wouldn't really know how to answer that. I mean, they were telling me that they had a problem with their bank, that the SWIFT code wasn't working. The SWIFT code is fine. There's tons of people that are processing transactions using this new bank information. So what I also did, which you folks can certainly do, if your bank is telling you the SWIFT code is not correct, your bank is wrong. Use a different bank. You can prove it to yourself. I went to a source, one of my favorite sources called Google, and I looked up the SWIFT code. You folks can do the same thing. You can do what I do. Here's the SWIFT code. BAOGNGN. Remember that. Okay? So if we go here, I looked this up on Google, guys. SWIFT code. Here's the bank name, which you can find here. The bank name here. bank address, bank name. And this is, guys, I just did a Google search. So here's the bank name, here's the country, and here's the results. Here is the SWIFT code. So this website, this is an official website, folks. This verifies that the SWIFT code is valid. Connected? Yes. This is the international banking systems. This information comes from the international banking system, and they have one branch here for this bank. So this is the bank that we are using. The SWIFT code is correct. If your bank is saying it's wrong, your bank doesn't know what they're talking about, switch banks, go to a different bank and do the wire. That's all I can tell you. Also, if your bank will not take, your bank won't let you do a transaction in euros, go to a different bank. There's plenty of banks that are processing these transactions. The other thing I wanted to show you guys, someone asked me a question about, well, Miles, now it's in euros. Aren't we going to have to pay more? Well, I'm not a currency expert, guys. A question like that, I'm just telling you. I don't have all the answers, but I go and find them. And you can do the same thing. So I went to Google again, my favorite source, and I found a euro converter, currency converter. So let's just take the first package, 1 star. In fact, no, we're going to take the 3-star because that's one of the packages I purchased. So now there's 4,650 euros. When I bought this package, it cost me, now guys, listen to me here. When I bought this 3-star package, it cost me $5,750 for one 3-star package. Well, now it's in euros, not US dollars. So I'm going to take that 4,650, which I think I've already done. Yep. And I'm going to plug it in here. Let me do it again. Let's make that 0. 4,650. 4,650. So now it's telling me that that's equivalent to $5,262.17 US dollars. So now it's cheaper to buy packages. It's cheaper to get involved, not more, not more. So that alone in itself is upping the frenzy even more of people getting in. Not to mention that the UToken just went up to 15 cents and it's going to continue climbing. So guys, folks, do you see what I'm doing? If I can sit here and do this research, look through Facebook group, go on Google, you folks can do the same thing. Again, my wife was reminding me, I've only been involved in UFUN for a week and a half. A week and a half, guys, going on 2 weeks, I think. So I don't have all the answers. And even if I did, I do expect you folks to be resourceful because that's how you're going to make a lot of money in any business. A lot of you are on one of my teams. I've been telling you this from the beginning. It's about being resourceful. And when you find that answer on your own, isn't it a feeling of satisfaction? Wow, I found it. At least I do. When I go and seek answers and find the answers on my own, I feel very satisfied with that, rather than just going to my upline and asking them simple questions that I could have found on my own. So yes, it's cheaper now. At least, hey, maybe I'm wrong. But the information I'm looking at here on Google tells me that if I'm using the US dollars and they need to be converted to euros, that it's cheaper. That's what I'm saying, okay? The other thing I wanted to cover with you folks is, okay, I think I showed you that already. All right, I'm looking at my other screen here, and there are some questions. Guys, I have a list of questions all day in Google, which I'm not going to go over all of them. I will tell you this, guys. I say this many times, but I know some of you might have missed it, so it's no big deal. I'm not blaming you for that, but I am telling you right now. So this way, you can't say you missed it if you're listening to the sound of my voice. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and I'm telling you this because of the way Gmail works. I love Gmail, but it can be a nightmare as far as finding and tracking emails. If I send you an email, and I'm also going to make a note of this in my email. If I send you an email and you have a question or you have a comment, or you have a reply, do not reply to that email. Start a brand new email. The reason why I'm asking you to do that is because it's easier for me to track. It's easier for me to find, to go back, because I can't answer questions right away, so I go back a lot. And it's a nightmare. You know the way Gmail just kind of keeps the conversation going? Personally, I hate that, but I like Gmail. So starting today, if I send you an email and you're saying, yes, Miles, I want to get involved, or Miles, I have a question, do not reply to that email, please, folks. If you want to reply, whatever, send me a brand new email. This way, it's easier for me to find you, and your name is not appended to 50 other names or 100 other names, which is a nightmare. Okay, so if you could do that, guys, I'd appreciate that. All right, I'm looking, and I think I'm going to unshare my screen, guys. So I showed you the UFUN Facebook group, Swift code check, currency converter. So I'm going to stop sharing. And we're live. I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm looking at my other screen because there are a couple of questions. Let me do it this way. I don't know which is easier. Guys, if you could see my inbox, you'd be like Miles. And guys, you know what? I understand this is new. Guys, folks, don't get me wrong here. I understand this is new. I understand we're all excited. This is a major play. I understand that we all have questions. But at the same time, you have to understand that, you know, it's not just you. You know, there's many other people that may have the same question you have. And you know, everybody's question is normally, in most cases, it's urgent at the time. And, you know, they just all can't be addressed at a time. So let me go through this real quick. There were a couple of questions I wanted to, and I'm not going to mention any names, folks. I wanted to, okay, I talked about the Swift code. Somebody had a problem and they were able to work it out. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. Okay. All right, guys, I can't, well, there's just so many. And they're all pretty much about the same, so I'm not going to pick any certain one out. Here's the last thing I will tell you, folks. Again, that Facebook group, you need to get very familiar with that. You need, if you have a question, you need to go to that Facebook group and post your question to the group. And trust me, folks, there are plenty of helpful people in that group. There's people in that group that are way more knowledgeable than me about this opportunity. There are people in there that have worked for banks, understand the banking. I'm watching some of these answers. I'm like blown away. They understand what Swift code stands for, the SWFIT. They understand what that acronym stands for. They're stockbrokers, and there's all kinds of knowledgeable people in that group. So you got questions, post them in the group. If it's a question that directly relates to us as a team, my little core team, well, if you can't get the answer anywhere else, folks, then of course send me a question. But you know, I'm just letting you know, guys, I just got hit really hard today. That's the only reason why I'm making this video. I got hit really hard today with a ton of questions. And to be honest with you, folks, I get upset. You see, I get upset not at you folks. I get upset at myself. This is just my personality. I get upset because I can't address all of your questions in a timely manner. I just can't. I wish I could. But I get upset because I can't get back to you folks right away, and I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. If I was ignoring you, you guys know me. If I was ignoring you, I would not be making this video. I would not be taking time out to make this video. Man, I wonder how many other, quote, team leaders, sponsors take time out to make a video for their folks. So I want you guys to understand that. One last thing before we go. One last thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. and I almost forgot what it was. Yes, yes. So if your wires come back, guys, don't panic. You know, things happen. This is business. The money you guys are going to make, you know, going forth will pay for any fees or whatever that you were charged. Trust me. The key is, guys, to always think positive and just try to get your account set up as quickly as possible. And yes, we are working on that. I don't have a timeline as far as when accounts are going to be set up. However, guys, I got great news. Yes, we want to end this with great news. I got great news. A system is being put in place right now where all of this is going to be happening automatic. The wire situation is going to go away. You're not going to have to do wires. People will just be able to just sign up, I believe, put in their credit card information. I am going to be in a meeting with Paul, Vic's support manager, tonight. It's only by invite, so I know you guys, unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately, you cannot come. It's only for a core group of us, and it's going to be live, so he's going to see who's there. Okay, it's not like a Google Hangout. But after that hangout with Paul, trust me, I will update you folks on everything that we talked about as far as the changes with the bank, any new updates that Paul's going to discuss, because I know that he's been talking with Jameson, Palmer, and Vic, and there's new updates. So Paul's going to be briefing myself and a couple of other people tonight. So again, I'm hoping that all of your wires using the old bank goes through. If it doesn't go through, folks, you'll just have to use the new banking information, which is in Ghana, it's in Africa, and only euros. Let me say it again. Don't I should not get this question anymore. Well, Miles, can it be francs? Can it be? No. Only euros, period. If your bank can't handle euros, go to a different bank. It's that simple. Let me see if there was anything else, guys, I wanted to share with you. Probably, but I can't remember. Folks, that's it. I will tell you, folks, sometimes being in the right place at the right time can really determine it can really play a major part, impact your life in an astounding way is what I'm trying to say. I believe that everybody listening to the sound of my voice is in the right place at the right time. Again, I'm not just sending this video to my core little team, people that have done wires. I'm sending this video to everyone. In fact, this video is going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be listed private because this video is for everybody. If you want to get involved with UFUN, you want to work with me, I'm going to have some information at the bottom of this video. Yes, that's how we're doing it, folks. You know I'm a marketer. You know I'm building a team. You know I am going to crush it in 2015, and so is my team. So rather than trying to figure out, okay, who should I send this video to? Should I send it to the people that just had a problem with the wire? Should I send it to the people that were on my Hangout on Sunday? No. This video is going out to everybody that I think was somewhat involved with, not involved, that was interested in UFUN. Again, if you are not interested, you got this email from me, relax. Don't panic. Okay? Simply send me an email, separate email. Don't reply to the one I sent you. Send me a separate email. Miles, I'm not interested. Please remove me from your distribution list. And I will be more than happy to. Because trust me, with this opportunity, with this business model, I have enough fresh new business coming in. People that want to be at the top of my downline. And by the way, folks, all of you who have been creating or in the process of trying to wire money, I have control over how my downline is built. This is a binary system. There's two legs. Trust me, folks, you will be placed at the top. Whether your account is set up or not, it doesn't matter. I'm going to place you in the order you got started. In the order you notified me. Hey, Miles, I went to the bank. Hey, Miles, here's my scan copy proof. In the order that I get them from you, which is fair, guys, in the order I get them, that's where I'm going to place you, right next to me, at the very top. So this video went a little longer than I wanted it to, but I had to get some information across. Folks, I appreciate you. Again, this is a wonderful, amazing opportunity. Those people that don't see the vision, don't believe in what we're doing, that's cool. Keep doing whatever you're doing. But I will tell you this. What is today? It's Tuesday, February 10th. For those of you that don't really believe in anything, or it sounds too good to be true. There are many things that sound too good to be true. This is not one of them. This is going to take work. This is a business. Again, you can sit there and just buy and sell UTokens and not do anything. But most of the people that I'm working with, they want to build a team. They want to market. They want to use this system. They want to use the system that Vic Stryzus is going to be putting together for all of us. They want to build a team and create those additional streams of income. And for lack of better words, just get wealthy. Isn't it about time? Really? I mean, some people think that making money is like brain surgery. No, it's not. It's just that many of you just don't have the formula for how to do it. Most people that are rich, I know quite a few millionaires, friends of mine, and no offense, but some of them are just not the sharpest knives in the drawer. But they're wealthy because they follow a proven formula, whether it's this business or some other business. So as I was going to say, February 10th, 2015. Yeah, I'll be making another video on February 10th, 2016. Talking about all the results we had throughout the year. And then you can decide at that point, should I have joined UFUN when Miles presented the business model to me? Or was it smarter to keep my money put over here in this? Was it better to do that? You can make the decision at that point in time. All right, guys, gotta go. Those of you that are on my team, Global Wealth Phenomenon, by the way, that's what we're calling ourselves, the Global Wealth Phenomenon team, because I think, folks, this is a phenomenon. And you know what? We are going to ride this wave. Who knows? This wave may last for a year or 2 or 3 years, you know, until it splits and before they go public, UFUN. But we are going to ride this wave. Guys, have a wonderful evening. Look out for any updates from me. Also, one last thing I forgot. A couple of you went and used the old banking address and you didn't get an email from me like this morning. Somehow you got missed. So again, hopefully your wire goes through. I will be emailing you. If it doesn't go through, you'll need to use the new bank wire information, and it will need to be in euros. I explained all that. But again, if you're watching this video, it means you got an email from me, so you're being updated, or maybe you found this video on YouTube and you're just looking to get involved. Either way, I'm looking forward to working with you. Again, my name is Miles Seegers, and I'll see you folks at the top. Take care.